The Nigerian stock market just hit a historic milestone and then immediately gave back roughly 3 trillion naira in 2 days. So, which one do we focus on? The milestone or the wipeout? Well, today we are talking about both. Now, on Monday, August 10th, the Nigerian exchange did something it has never done in its entire history. The market capitalization crossed 160 trillion naira for the first time ever. All share index closed at 248,529 points, up 1.20% on the day. And the year-to-date return climbed to almost 60%. That is not a typo. That is not a mistake. 60% in under 8 months. Now, Airtel Africa led that Monday charge, jumping over 8.5% to close at 6,300 naira, making it the single most capitalized stock on the entire exchange, with a market capitalization of approximately 23.7 trillion naira in one session. Historic day, historic numbers. Then Tuesday came. Investors who had been riding on this rally started looking at profits and collecting profits. The market dropped 1.17 trillion naira in a single session. MTN Nigeria fell nearly 5%. Then banking stocks followed. Wednesday, the selling intensified. Boa Foods hit the 10% daily loss limit, closing at 760 naira, while Unilever Nigeria dropped almost 10%. The market shed another 1.76 trillion naira. 2 days, 2.93 trillion naira gone. And social media predictably started doing what social media does. Panic. People saying the rally is over, selling everything. Some people posting that, Omo, you should be selling your stocks. The market is crashing. Let me tell you what actually is happening and how I see it, how I look at all these numbers. This does not look like a crash. This looks like a market that ran almost 60% in less than 8 months, hit a historic psychological milestone of 160 trillion naira, and then did exactly what healthy markets do after extraordinary runs. It paused. Investors who bought early and made significant profits started taking their profits. That is not panic selling. That is profit taking. And there is a massive difference between the two. Now, the breadth numbers tell you exactly the same story. On Monday, when the market surged, there were actually more losers than gainers. 23 gainers against 36 losers,